look what's just arrived. Want to see what's in it? Keep watching. Alright guys, so I can only apologise for that really strange intro. It was just a little bit of fun. Mrs. Panzer's filmed it for me, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to add it in there. We had a laugh making it, so producing it. This unboxing is inspired by my good friend Harry over at Fog of War. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. Fantastic channel, and he did an unboxing video recently, and it got me thinking, I've got a big box of stuff coming, and why not open it up? So it's all Battlefront miniatures, so Flames of War, so if you're not really into that, it might not be the video for you, but if you are, there's a particular theme with this box, or with the items in this box, so stick around and hopefully you'll enjoy what's in there. There's quite a few items. I think I remember what's in there, but yeah, don't tell the missus because it might have been a bit of money. But anyway, let's open up the box and have a look. Okay, so we've got the box open. It's filled with packing peanuts, pretty much exactly like Harry's was over at Fog of War. So yeah, we both copped the excessive packing peanuts within our box, but that's okay. So the first thing I can see is a ballista. And I believe that is the Japanese mortars. So you've probably guessed it, I am really fixated on the Pacific Theatre at the moment. So I wonder what the next ballista will be. So the next ballista is Marine Artillery Group. So all this stuff is really difficult to find at the moment. So you can get lucky, find some of this stuff on eBay. There's just bits and bobs, like I'm missing infantry, but there's other companies that I can go to that's going to source those sorts of things. But the great thing about Battlefront is they normally have a lot of uniqueness to their ranges, especially their older ranges, so hence why some of these are a bit different, like the artillery group. You know, there's going to be models in there that maybe you won't be able to source elsewhere. Then we've got some Marine anti-aircraft guns. So they're going to be quite fun to paint up. I believe they were twin Mark IV 20mm, so yeah, that's pretty cool. And we've got a company machine gun platoon, Marines again. Oh, so yeah, part of the Marine Rifle Company. Now you're probably going to ask me, what are you basing these Marines around? Japanese. In all honesty, I have absolutely no idea. I've been watching the series over at Kings and Generals on the Pacific War, and it's just got me all into the Pacific at the moment. So hopefully, if Battlefront are watching this, let's get that Pacific Front part of your range going again. But if you keep watching the videos I'm putting out, I'm actually really into the 14th Army in India at the moment, so I'm painting those, and then I'll move on to the Japanese and then eventually the US Marines. But we got a couple of box sets in here as well. So the first one is some Type 1 Honai tanks, I believe that's how you pronounce them. I'm from a town in the UK called Leicester, and there's one thing about us lot from Leicester is we are awful at pronunciations. So we can't pronounce anything correctly. So you'll have to excuse me when I'm trying to say the correct names of some of these things. Unless it's in English, I really do struggle. Even when it's in English, I struggle as well, for that matter. So we've also got a bigger box set here. Oh. This is Gators Amtrax. So it's the Gators Amtrax box. You get 7 LVTA tanks in this, yeah, with what looks like a Stuart turret on there, and also a 75mm turret. So very, very cool. Got this for such a cheap price. I think it worked out to be less than $10 a vehicle. So I just couldn't turn it down. Very iconic when you're looking at pictures of the Marines, especially towards the later end of the war, when they're invading a lot of different islands or island hopping. You see a lot of these around, so had to grab it. Will I paint all of these? Maybe. Probably not, just like most of us. It's just a nice to have, and maybe I'll get around to painting them one day, but very, very cool. Pretty happy I got my hands on these. Seems to be every time I really get into something is when they stop being produced. So, for example, when I was painting my Winter Volksgrenadiers, they got rid of the Volksgrenadier line, and then I was like, oh, I need to go and get myself some Volksgrenadiers, so then I'm paying top dollar for them. It's always the way. I'm sure you guys are in the exact same boat as me as well. And then we've got an LVT Amtrak section. So this is just the transports for the Marines to get onto the beaches themselves. Yeah, again, scored with this. I haven't seen these for a while now. So yeah, really happy with that. And I believe, See, that's the problem with packing peanuts, they bloody go everywhere. So that's it in terms of the unboxing, but I'll show you what I'm currently working on in terms of the 14th Army. I've got some tutorials coming out on them soon. I've already got the Chindits one out. Tweaked it a little bit, so I've painted Gurkhas for India/Burma. So the recipe's a little bit different, but yeah, painted them up. I'll show you all of that now. So we'll come back and I'll tell you a little bit of what I've got planned for the future in terms of the immediate future. So what videos I've got planned, etc. Okay, so I apologize for the shaky cam, but this is currently what I'm working on. So I've got my Gurkhas for India/Burma. So the reason I keep saying India/Burma is because they can be used for sort of like the 1943 to 1944 to 45 onwards. So during the Battle of Imphal and Kohima, all the way down to the advance on Rangoon in Burma. So yeah, I'll get video out on these because I've changed the painting guide a little bit differently from the Chindits, and part of that I'll also do a quick basing guide on that as well. It's pretty much exactly like the jungle basing guide you've seen before, but it's in 50mm, so we can tweak it a little bit differently. Okay, and then we've got the company HQ. So you might be thinking, why do I base my chaps individually? So any of the HQ teams, so platoon leaders, HQ officers, and all of that stuff. It's just because I feel like Battlefront did such a good job of making them stand out. I really don't like when I crowd the base. I want them to really stand out, a bit more like a heroic figure. So yeah, that's why I do it. It's just personal taste. It really doesn't affect the game, in my opinion, whether you put 1 or 2 or 3 people on that base. I know Battlefield recommend 2 or 3, but hey, I'm a bit of a rule breaker, obviously. And then we've got a machine gun section. So they've got Vickers machine guns, and again, they've been painted up to be more of a Gurkha machine gun section. And then we've got our English officers. Okay, so then we've got some of the armor that's involved with the 14th Army. Mine is going to be focused on, my force is going to be focused on the Battle of Imphal. So we've got priests, we've got a few Shermans, a Grant tank, and then some Lees. I've also got some Fox armored cars. So these were Canadian built. They've just got a Vickers machine gun, I believe. And again, very useful for the 14th Army. They weren't really facing too much heavy armor. Not heavy armor, it's very lacking for the Japanese, but medium armor. But yeah, my friend Adam over at Dice of War had a friend of his 3D print me these, so I'm going to paint these up because yeah, they're a bit more historically accurate. But the reason I'm showing you these is because I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how I paint these. This is in SCC 13 or 15, I can't quite remember, and modulated, so it's going to be airbrushing and painting. I'm also going to get another video out on how I customize the storage for these models. Okay, so now you've seen what's arrived, and you've had a little bit of a glimpse of what I'm currently doing in terms of the Pacific Theatre or the Burma-India front. I just want to give you an idea of what I'm planning on doing for the next few videos. So on the 15mm front, obviously there's going to be a big focus on the Pacific. I think it's a front that really gets neglected, and Battlefield has such a great range. They obviously didn't really go down the Commonwealth aspect of that theatre, but they've got such a great range when it comes to the Marines and the Japanese. I really want to try and push that. I've got a few other things like Tiger tanks and maybe some Berlin German stuff that I'm going to do. I've also got some Napoleonics, British and French, that I'm going to be painting, and also some Crusaders as well. And then moving on to the 20mm front, we're going to be looking at some British infantry for the Second World War, specifically the later war. I'm also going to try and do some Pacific things on that front as well, so some Japanese and some early war British for Singapore and Malaya. And then the 20mm, 28mm front, we've got some Fallschirmjäger snipers that I'm going to be painting up. I intend to do a live stream of that one, so if you're interested in that, then definitely let me know in the comments and I'll give you an idea of when that's going to be. I did put out a post on my community page about having a live stream. I just haven't got around to doing it. I want to make sure I get it done properly. I'm also going to be updating the area that I work, so all this is going to be gone soon, and we're going to have a new desk and a new working area, which is going to make live streaming a lot easier. So we've got the Fallschirmjäger snipers. In terms of 28mm, I've got a few basing tutorials I want to do. I really enjoyed that jungle basing tutorial that I did recently. And I also want to keep going with the Second World War with 28mm. It's very new to me, so I'm going to be doing P-dot, maybe look at some, well actually I know I'll be looking at some Warlord or Bolt Action airborne characters. So in that character section, I think you've got Roy Urquhart, John Frost. So yeah, I've got that planned. I think I've got some commandos on the way as well. So yeah, busy time in terms of painting. I've got something very special on the 28mm front as well from Eureka Miniatures. I can't say any more than that because it's not released yet, but I'll be painting that up, and it is a lovely model, so hopefully we can get that up quick enough. It's a very big model, so it might take me a little bit of time. But other than that, yeah, I can't think of anything else for the immediate future that I'm going to be doing. I've got a tournament, Flames of War tournament, in early June, so I might not get content out on the first weekend of June or the weekend after. Maybe try and get some footage out of the actual tournament itself. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not really good at gaming. I'm more of a painter. So this is the first game in 2023, and my last game in 2022 was also a tournament. So I just seem to tournament hop, and that's it. But yeah, other than that, can't really think of anything else. Let me know below what you would like to see. Is there anything of particular interest? Is there something you really think is lacking? Oh, I did forget to mention that in 20mm I'll be painting some Berlin Germans. So not Berlin Germans as such, more the IR with the STG 44. So I've got some from Mars Miniatures, and I'll also be doing a very small giveaway, so keep an eye out for that one as well. But yeah, other than that, let me know in the comments what you would like to see. If you enjoyed this is just a random, I saw Harry do it, but you know what, why not, let's give it a go. Let's see how it turns out. If it's popular, perhaps I'll do more of these. If not, well then it was just a sort of an impulse. Let's just get a video out and let's see if people like it. But yeah, really appreciate the support, guys. Channel's heading in such a great direction, and yeah, just really appreciate it. But other than that, stay tuned for Saturday or Sunday, wherever you are, or Friday, depending on what part of the world you're in, video. And yeah, thanks again, and I will see you guys later.